Hello students, today I am here with matrices part 4, which is inverse of a matrix. Children, today we shall study about inverse of a matrix. Here is definition. If A and B are two matrices which are non-zero and square of same order, such that AB is equal to BA is equal to I, means product of two matrices is an identity matrix, then these two matrices will be inverses of each other. You can see here AB is equal to BA is equal to I, then we can write B is equal to A inverse. Here A is called invertible matrix. Vice versa, we can say that B is an invertible matrix. So this is the definition of inverse of a matrix. I repeat it. If there are two matrices such that their product is an identity matrix, then these matrices will be inverses of each other. Children, as you know that in number system, if we take 5 and 1 upon 5, then we say that 5 into 1 upon 5 is equal to 1. 1 is the multiplicative identity in matrices. I is the identity matrix for multiplication. If you multiply a matrix by any matrix, then you will get the matrix itself. So if we multiply two matrices and we get their product as an identity matrix, then these two matrices will be inverses of each other. Now children, move one step ahead. Inverse of a matrix by elementary transformation. This is an important topic in your syllabus. Then how do you find inverse of a matrix? By elementary transformation, or we also call it elementary operation. There are two types of elementary transformation, as you can see here. One is row elementary transformation and another is column elementary transformation. We use one of them to find inverse of a matrix. Operations that we are allowed to use while we solving for inverse of a matrix, there are three operations that can be used, and first is we can interchange rows, means R1 can be replaced by R2 and vice versa. R2 can be replaced by R3, R3 can be replaced by R1. Same happens with the columns. Next is R1 can be Ri can be replaced by Kri, or Ci can be replaced by Kci. You can see here, means you can replace R1 by multiplying any scalar to it, and the same happens with columns. When you use row elementary transformation, we make operation only in rows, and when we make column elementary transformation, we use only column operations. Both cannot be used simultaneously. One of them can be used, and it will be noted that while we are performing row elementary transformation, we must have to use row operations, and while we are performing column operation, we have to use column operations. Certain other topics are there. In row elementary transformation, we write A is equal to IA. It is pertinent to know how would you solve a matrix for inverse. So for row elementary transformation, we always write A is equal to IA. No other form can be used here, only this form. And in column elementary transformation, we use A is equal to AI. So it should be noted. Now procedure, how would you solve for inverse of a matrix? Children, we shall follow these certain steps. These are fixed. You can take other steps as you wish, but steps are not uniform, but inverse will be unique. Means you can use different steps to solve a matrix to find inverse, but inverse of the matrix should be unique. Means you cannot get two inverses of a matrix. The inverse will always be unique. So first what we do, make A11 is equal to 1. This is suggestive only. After that, make A21 is equal to 0 and A31 is equal to 0. Step 3, make A22 is equal to 1. Step 4, make A12 is equal to 0 and A32 is equal to 0. Here you can see that. And fifth step is make A33 is equal to 1. And step 6 is make A13 is equal to 0 and A23 is equal to 0. These are certain fixed operations we shall perform in our example 1. Here A is equal to 1 minus 1 0 2 5 3 0 to 1, and find A inverse using row elementary transformation. Children, we are said here to find inverse using row elementary transformation, so we shall use only row elementary transformation. If nothing was compulsory, if nothing given there, then we can use any of them, but as it is written here row elementary transformation, so we shall use that. Children, I told you in row elementary transformation we write A is equal to IA. So we do here writing A is equal to IA. Now what is the concept? Concept is that we in right hand side A will be written as usual A, and in left side A will be written the given matrix, and I is an identity matrix, and we shall take of order 3 cross 3 because A is here 3 cross 3. So we make necessary changes in LHS, and same operation will be followed in identity matrix. Our objective is to make left hand side matrix as an identity matrix. So as you know that inverse of a matrix, if right hand side product becomes identity matrix, then they will be inverses to each other. Means A inverse becomes I, then these two will be inverses of each other in right hand side. Okay, here it is. We shall convert this matrix into as per changes made in LHS. So keep in mind. Now as I told you that A11 should be 1, here A11 is already 1, so we need not to change it now, and A31 is 0, so we need not to change it. We shall only make A21 0. For this we applied R2 is replaced by R2 minus 2R1. Now R2 minus 2R1 means we shall subtract 2R1 from R2. Now you can see that 1 minus 1 0 0 7 3 0 2 1. In RHS 1 0 0 minus 2 1 0 0 0 1 into A. Now I told you make A22 is equal to 1. Here A22 is equal to 7, and for this we replace R2 by 1 upon 7 R2. So now matrix become my 1 minus 1 0 0 1 3 by 7 0 2 1. Now we shall make A12 is equal to 0 and A32 is equal to 0. See this in next page. For this we shall apply R1 replaced by R1 plus R2 and R3 replaced by R3 minus 2R2. Now it becomes 1 0 3 by 7 0 1 3 by 7 0 0 1 upon 7. Children, same operation will be applied on RHS. As I told you that in next step we shall make A33 is equal to 1. Here A33 is 7, 1 upon 7. So simply multiplying R3 by 7 we shall get the desired result. So replace R3 by 7 R3. Now matrix becomes 1 0 3 by 7 0 1 3 by 7 0 0 1. Children, we need to only make these two 0, and for this these are identical. If we multiply R3 by 3 by 7 and subtract to these R1 and R2, then these two will become 0, and our result will be there, that LHS will become identity matrix. That was our motive. So we replace R1 replaced by R1 minus 3 by 7 R3, and R2 is replaced by R2 minus 3 by 7 R3. So by doing this we get 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. This is completely identity matrix, and in RHS there is product of two matrices, and in LHS it is an identity matrix. Recall that when product of two matrices is an identity matrix, then these matrices will be inverses of each other. By so we can write A inverse is equal to minus 1 minus 2 4 1 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 3 7. So students, this is the inverse of matrix A by row elementary transformation. Now we can also check whether our result is correct or incorrect. This is very simple. Simply multiply these two matrices A inverse 1 2 0 minus 1 5 2 1 0 3 1 minus 1 minus 2 4 1 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 3 7. If you get product of these two matrices an identity matrix, then our result will be true. So multiply them. After multiplication we get this is an identity matrix. That means our result is true. Okay children, so by this we have proved that inverse of A is A inverse, and which is given as above. So I think this is very simple if we follow certain steps which are I listed in the previous page. So you try to solving other problems too. If you feel any problem, then you can comment on this, and if you have any query about any question, then you can post that question too. Thank you for watching this video. If you found useful, then please like and subscribe this channel so that you could get videos at appropriate time. Thank you.